Hi everybody in our Upper Darby community. Tomorrow is our identity theft and shred event. It'll be at the Upper Darby High School from 9 a.m. till noon, and it's a rain or shine event. So I hope we'll see you there. As this year winds down and the 2024 public-facing budget season begins, I'd like to highlight some of this year's projects. Working with council, we acquired new open space at Blanchard Road in Drexel Hill and also near the Bond Shopping Center in Upper Darby. We completed a streetscape and stormwater improvement project at the 5 Points intersection at the base of the Township Building and have almost finished the streetscape and stormwater improvement project on Market Street from Powell to Glencoe, creating a sidewalk and installing ADA compliant ramps where none had been before. The 150-foot span recreation bridge across Darby Creek was installed this year, linking Creek Road near the Swedish Cabin to the recreational trail in Gillespie Park. On tonight's agenda is a resolution I am asking council to support for a county grant to help fund a second bridge on that trail to connect Gillespie Park with the Addingham neighborhood. Another recreational trail is nearing completion from Chapman Park along the former Cardington Newtown train tracks and along Ruskin Lane to Long Lane. These projects have been funded through various sources and partnerships: our CDBG program, our capital improvement budget, county council, the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, the Department of Community and Economic Development, our partners in the Pennsylvania State House, among others. Another project that isn't above ground and visible, but very, very important to the future of Upper Darby, is the transition from the long outdated AS400 system, which requires multiple contractors to pull the necessary data from, to OpenGov, a cloud-based 21st century program. In January, we transitioned our accounting systems to OpenGov. And this transition, which will include other departments in the administration, is a huge step forward in modernizing our township administration and is exactly the kind of reform and reinvestment that I committed to as mayor. Which brings us to the 2024 proposed budget. This budget is a product of many, many hours of hard work by the finance team and department heads. In addition to our constant internal review and a methodical process creating the budget proposal, the administration met with members of council for nearly 9 hours over 3 evenings last week to clarify the proposed budget and answer questions. I was on council for 6 years before becoming mayor, and I often voted against the budget, concerned that the then administration was kicking the can on post-employment health benefits and pension costs, contractual obligations that we owe our deserving employees and that are growing and threaten our long-term finances. In order to get a handle on the scope of our outlook, I switched the focus of the Department of Community and Economic Development, it's the DCED, their STAMP program, to a 5-year financial management plan. 2 weeks ago, we held a town hall on that plan presented by PFM, and last year, we held a town hall on key financial background and concerns by the Kapoor Company. Both reports are available on our website. We are very grateful for our partnership with the DCED and PFM, both reputable organizations which have worked both with my administration and the previous one. To date, we have incorporated changes as to how we collect and generate revenue. We contracted with eCollect to streamline our business privilege tax system. We have a vacant property registration, and we're working on updating our LERTA ordinance to encourage development. Other suggestions, as you will see in the reports, include an earned income tax and usage-based sewer fees. Working with council, we instituted a realty transfer tax, and we may have been the last municipality in Pennsylvania to do so. We also work with council to make periodic adjustments to our fees to reflect increases that we incur and to cover administrative costs. In the short term, my administration will work with council on a series of ordinances related to revenue and fees that are charged to us to cover costs related to utility and fuel prices, contractual salary and benefit obligations while providing the services that we're all used to receiving. Specifically, the 2024 proposed budget incorporates revenue from fee increases for the following services. An updated license and inspection fee ordinance will bring our fees in line with neighboring municipalities, and we are more accurately reflect the costs incurred by the township while providing services for specific permits and inspections. An increase of the business license fee to $50, which is more consistent with our surrounding municipalities. The cost recovery for the rental of Upper Darby picnic groves, pavilions, and recreational facilities to ensure that users are covering staffing expenses related to these rentals. After piloting an electric vehicle charging program in Municipal Parking Lot 1, which is across the street from the Township Building, we will now send to Council an ordinance to begin charging a fee for the usage of those charging stations. All of these measures are already factored into the 2024 proposed budget. Council action is required to implement these ordinances, which will increase revenue to cover our township costs. Once we receive the property tax assessment from the county, which is usually in early November, we will be able to provide more specific updates and exact adjustments to the tax rates. At this time, based on the 2023 assessed value of Upper Darby property, we are estimating an increase of 0.72 mils, which comes to about $72 per year or $6 a month for each $100,000 of assessed property value. More than half of that amount, about $46, will go to debt service, which is also known as the sinking fund. The sinking fund repays bonds that the township has historically used to fund routine capital improvement expenditures. Also, trash and sewer fees will be adjusted to reflect rising costs for tipping fees from the county solid waste authority, from our recycling handler, and from the 3 sewer authorities. Like fees for inspections and permits, costs help cover the real costs of these necessary services. So the fees will help cover the real costs of these necessary services. The 2024 proposed budget includes an increase of $15 per year for trash and recycling and an increase of $15 per year for the sewer fee. And in 2021, we started a weekly yard waste collection program to help lower the tipping fee costs, and it's still going on. On Wednesday, October 18th, Diane Scuddy, our acting finance director, will present the preliminary 2024 budget to Council and our taxpayers. I would like to thank Diane, Donna Stillwell of Brinker Simpson, Allison Dobbins, our acting CAO, and the department heads, and especially the entire finance department team for their hard work on the 2024 proposed budget. Please join us on October 18th, and have a great weekend. Thank you.